Oh yeah, I'm gonna do just 5 seconds here of room tone. So zip it. All right. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Why We Roll, the tabletop role-playing game chat show from the Stillfleet studio. As ever, I am Chris Pickett, and I'm joined by my wonderful co-host.
Hey, it's me, Wythe Marschall. What's up, Chris?
Hey, not much, Wythe. I'm kind of confused tonight. I can't tell if it's a podcast episode or a comedy club because tonight we're joined by three game designers, come comedians. David Piccolomini. You say hi if you want to.
Sorry, I didn't know if we were doing. I didn't know if it was one at a time.
It's okay.
Or it was going to be David.
I didn't prep you for anything. I'm just throwing you into the weeds.
Hi,
we're
hello,
also joined
hi.
It's David. We're also joined by Dan Metz.
Hey, how's it going?
And last but not least, we are joined by Miel Markus, our master of ceremonies for the evening.
Hello, welcome to the show. Let's do it.
Regular listeners may realize, you may have an epiphany that this is more guests than we typically have. And that's because tonight we have a special episode. We're going to be playing a game that these three wrote together and I believe is going up on GameFound. Am I correct?
That's correct. Eventually coming soon to GameFound. Yeah.
Sweet.
Tonight
we're going to be playing
GameFound in the fall.
Okay,
the
fall.
Yeah.
Very good. Well, this episode will be out on podcast well before.
The itch is out. The early access playbook is out now that they can play.
Yeah. As of recording, we've just dropped our sort of ashcan preview version that you can get on our itch.
Excellent.
So yeah.
Well, Wythe and I have copies, obviously, because we're going to be playing with y'all tonight. And I will say it's great. It's a really well-written game. It's super fun. It's got a lot of really cool, interesting concepts that you don't normally see at the TTRPG table. So I'm excited to jump into it.
Let's go.
Sick.
So, should we
All right.
turn it over to Miel as master of ceremonies? And
Yeah. Do we want to just get right into it? Like,
Yeah.
Did we say the name of the game?
Actually, no.
We
That's a
said
good point.
the-
Let's have you guys introduce what the game is for maybe even fewer than 5 minutes. Not even a 5-minute
give
pitch,
us-
just the pitch. What is Road
Give us the
Warriors?
true elevator.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Road Warriors is a TTRPG where you play as fledgling comedians out on your first tour. You've done open mics, you've done some shows in whatever town you come from, and this is the first time that you are out on the road. And because this is the first time, you've been stuck together with a bunch of other comedians that are at the exact same level as you. You're not good yet, and so the gigs are not good. The venues are even worse, and you are just trying to emotionally hold it together long enough so that you can make it, and next time you don't need these guys.
Yeah, it's a
Also,
sort of
your hit points are self-esteem.
you said points to your self-esteem. It's kind of based on Blades in the Dark, sort of a very monkeyed with Forged in the Dark game where the basic cycle is arrive in a town, find out everything that's wrong with your venue, fix it as best you can, and get on stage, and then do it all again and in the next town. That's kind of the hope for the arc of the show of the game. So yeah. That's Road Warriors.
I was waiting for White.
Should we shove it?
6-minute pitch.
Yeah, that was fantastic. Let's do it. Let's hit the road. Let's hit
that road, you guys. Yeah. Let's see what awaits you. So, you guys all wake up in the Airbnb that was booked by your manager for this stop of your tour. It was supposed to be easily accessible to the nearest town, which means, of course, it was about half an hour down a lightless dirt road. It was supposed to be comfortable for 2 to 5 guests, which, of course, means a single double bed and a couch that you determined after much investigation does not fold out. But it's a brand new day, and you guys have an address for where your next show is supposed to be. So why don't we see where each of you, where does the morning find each of our major comedians here in this absolutely flea-ridden Airbnb in the middle of nowhere.
So we're in a Airbnb with one double bed and one couch that was supposed to be a pull-out couch. That is just.
That you kind of figured was a pull-out because it said like 2 to 4 guests. So I was like, yeah, it's probably like 2 double beds maybe. But no, I don't know where that 4th guest was supposed to. Maybe it was aspirational, you know.
Yeah, you know, the 4th guest is just there. They visit and then they go home.
Yeah, it's temporary. It's all temporary.
2 to 4 people can stay there. 2 people can stay there. You could have 2 people hang out for a little while. There's room for that.
Yeah,
How is the
It's-
outside situation? Is it
two guests
raining?
plus 2 guests.
It is very sort of you're in kind of like you're in kind of Western Pennsylvania area. It's relative. It's not that early in the morning. You're comedians, but it's relatively early in the morning, and it's kind of sort of shitty, sort of misty, sort of pissy. Like it's not actively raining, but probably it was right before you woke up, and so everything's just kind of moist and doesn't. It's not like it's kind of you're in the country, so there's a little bit of that like
Okay.
Fresh dude leaves
Yeah.
type of vibe.
Yeah, absolutely.
What I think we should do is each of us should introduce our character and say where we're sleeping, where we slept.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, I got mine. I got an idea.
All right, go ahead, Chris. Start us off.
Yeah, it sounds like you're.
So in the bathroom of the Airbnb, and I think if the entire Airbnb we're agreeing that it's kind of run down, kind of shitty. This bathroom it's gross. It's like a Motel 6 kind of bathroom. There's like the molding has gone completely black. Nobody's scrubbed it in years. And you see that in the bathtub there's like a comforter and kind of like a squished up pillow. The shower head is slowly dripping onto the pillow, just a drip. And standing at the sink in the mirror, you see Charles Jorkin Wythe. He is a lanky 6'5" man. He's probably about like 27 years old or so. He's got a 5-day shadow that just hasn't been touched. His hair is greasy and tousled. He has like black kind of curly hair. And he's, if you can imagine like the opening scene of Silent Hill 2 for PlayStation 2, he's staring into the mirror above the sink and he's just like staring hard at himself and he kind of like rubs his face. He just says, "All right, CJ, it's another day. You can do this." And he looks out the window and he just sees the piss rain and the mist and he just like sighs a deep sigh, stretches out and then goes to look for some coffee, I suppose.
There is no coffee at the Airbnb.
Son
did
of
not
a
stock
bitch. I think he just goes out to whoever's on the couch and tries to wake them up.
Who does he find on the couch? Does he find someone on the couch?
Yeah.
Come on.
He's taking the couch.
I'm outside, so
Who
You're
wants to
outside,
be the least
Six.
polite?
Okay. Oh, I'm on the couch then. I'm on the couch. I'm
Hell
on the
yeah.
couch.
Hell yeah.
Larry Mosby sleeps on the couch like a vampire, just firmly still, legs and arms crossed, like they're about to be buried.
Beautiful.
Larry Mosby is a man in his 50s. He's an ex-pastor. And he left the ministerhood after realizing that he doesn't believe in any of it, and he needs to pursue his true dream of doing stand-up comedy as the never before done comedian idea. He bills himself as the only comedian that dares to ask, "What if Jesus was a woman?" And does it does crowd work as Jesus Christ, finding out people's sins and absolving them of them.
Beautiful.
Is it also like a drag
Yeah,
act? Is there like
Yeah.
He's
It's a
he's
diva
drag
drag act.
comedian. Jesus
right
Christ. Beautiful.
Jesus Christ.
I love it.
For those viewers on video, ignore the fact that David put Jesus Christ in his. Vex on what we do in the shadows character. Yes, indeed.
That's our good friend in the chat. Vex, what we do in the shadows ask.
Yeah. No, it just sleeps like this and rises like a vampire, but is sweet in the saddest way.
So yeah, which of you is more freaked out? Are you more freaked out to encounter this looming demon over you, or watching this little old man sit up like a vampire?
I think nothing really surprises CJ at this point. He's just like, hey, he steal queen. Let's go get some coffee.
I feel like I do feel like these are two people that wouldn't be phased by each other in terms of just Larry. It's just like, obviously I've dealt with vampires. The amount of times I had to deal with vampires, I'm so glad I'm done with that life.
So
you would not believe the amount of vampires I had to get rid of as a priest.
Crouching on the bed, having slept in a way that only someone with a complete sense of conviction could, just sprawled completely out, but awake at 4:30 in the morning to get on his phone, to get on Reddit. You will see Ed Blake, aka Eddie Speaks, with kind of blondish hair, cut nice and tight. He is wearing like a nice pair of slacks with a belt, but like a band t-shirt tucked into it. And it is like 6'4", rail thin, just scrolling through conspiracy theory Reddit and arguing with non-believers.
Up early,
who is absolutely and has been ready for coffee for the last 2 hours.
Sick. And finally, Wythe, what you said you're outside? So as the rest of them go to the car, they find. Yeah.
Well, I think as Eddie is scrolling, I am simultaneously outside and inside because one metal nunchuck comes in through the window. And it doesn't break the window because the window's cracked, but it does break the screen. And I think it surprises the fuck out of Eddie Blake. And you see a tall, balding, 47-year-old man with bad shave, but more or less clean shaven, with nunchucks in kind of a normal like Oxford shirt, slacks, like could wear to an office situation. And he has a big tattoo of a Ninja Turtle with a yellow bandana with guns in both hands, kind of all on his neck and shoulder. That's peeking out from above the collared shirt. That's like loose for the weather. I assume it's the summer.
He's got it open down to like here, yeah.
Yeah, he's practicing nunchucks, and he also has a big coffee. One reason he lost control momentarily, very rarely, of his kata is that he walked in the early morning to a Wawa that is like way down the street and got a large coffee just for himself, and did not think the other comics would want coffee, and there's no coffee in this Airbnb. So he is drinking the coffee while practicing nunchucks until it is time to go. He has been up, but not doing anything remotely useful. And this is Robert Michael, and he goes by Robert Michael or Turtleneck, which is his act. And he also, as a rapper, he goes by Machiavelli, which he unironically does not ever reference Tupac.
No, he does not.
The Prince.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure that was taken.
He never mentions it, and he's definitely not not necessarily someone you'd associate with rap music. But yeah, he's real into rap music, real into nunchucks, and he's ready to do jokes. He's always ready to do jokes. He always has a story ready to go, and he always asks you call him by both his names. It's not two different names. It's Robert Michael.
So real quick, I just I want to add something that will I think just add a little bit of flavor to your character. This is a real court case that got resolved recently in New York. Nunchucks became re-legalized after 30 years because a guy petitioned his First Amendment, or his not First Amendment. Which one's the gun? Second Amendment.
Surely it's a Second Amendment. Yeah. Using them for artistic practice. That's First Amendment.
No, but it was Second Amendment. They were infringing his Second Amendment rights not to have hand nunchucks.
Nunchucks?
So,
yeah, great. So
just
Robert,
something it's
Robert
clear.
Michael is exercising his constitutional rights. With
Yeah,
a
it was
nunchuck.
cool when it was
Right.
illegal. It's actually still cool, even though it is legal. It's still cool.
So yeah, these are our intrepid heroes, and you guys are gonna head. Presumably, first stop is coffee. And as we see you guys all sort of, well, there's one more question before we move on to the next phase, which is, how are you guys getting around? Tell me about the car you guys are using to get across this great nation of ours.
I feel like as the oldest and previously most established sounding person, I think Larry would probably have some kind of
Right.
like church van or something, like specifically a white
Larry,
van
did you
with, like,
requisition a church van?
Yeah, like church branding on the side of it.
Oh yeah, no, I stole one at the end of that. I had
yeah.
a breakdown. That's what
Yeah.
happened is I hit my 50s and I had a breakdown and I stole a van.
Yeah, the equivalent of like when that flight attendant just quit his job by like pulling the escape door and sliding down the thing. That was you, just like taking the van, like
Whipping shitties in the church parking lot.
yeah. See you losers later. See you all in hell.
I'm gonna go be a star.
Perfect. So does it still have the like?
I'm the only
the,
comedian that would ever dare to ask, "What if Jesus was a woman?"
Does it still have the like vineyards of like believers, like the whatever Fishers of Men Ministries like decal on the side?
Fishers of Men.
Perfect. So yeah, as you all load into your church van, huh? You got any more details about this church van, Larry?
Yeah. Okay. So the church
Since
I
you
was
asked.
a part of. Yeah. Listen, I was ready.
Seems like you were about to say something.
I've got more. Sure. My church, my old church, the First Faith of the Divine.
First Faith. Okay, great.
So yeah, it's just
what denomination is
FFOD
that?
on the side.
Perfect.
Great,
yeah. So as you guys load into the First Faith of the Divine van and rumble your way up this dirt road, it's much easier now that it's light out. On your way to the Wawa that Turtleneck knows is there. We're gonna do your character connections. So on your character sheets, there should be a list of possible connections. Each of you will have one with one other character. So hopefully, each of you will also have somebody initiate a connection with you. So why don't we just go? I'm just gonna go by the order that you are on my screen here, and I'm gonna say, Wythe, you have a connection in mind.
Yes.
One of these. How do you know these idiots? How did you end up in this van?
Because I have a podcast about sex and relationship advice with who is the funniest? I don't think it's is Jesus Christ. Even though I do think that's funny.
I would listen to that podcast IRL.
He's uncovered a lot about himself.
Sounds like this is what Jesus is giving advice about. Yeah.
Are you in character as Jesus Christ on the podcast?
I don't have another identity.
Larry is dead. Jesus lives.
So I think the podcast is it's got all kinds of great like puns about religion and sex and gender, and it's actually kind of interesting. But because I do all the branding and I pay a teenager who does not listen to it or care about us to actually do all the marketing, it looks like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle ads for selling weed, so it's like the big Garfield style, like everyone's got like really red eyes. So the branding does not fit the subject matter at all, but the actual conversations are great, David.
It's just like it's like a Garfield as Ninja Turtles. It's like four Garfields as Ninja Turtles saying like Jesus says it's okay to be gay. Also,
exactly,
he's a she.
It's
just every other. It's just the branding for every other head shop in Brooklyn.
Exactly. Yeah. But it's like a podcast about gender. Yeah.
Perfect. Which is Machiavelli the Ninja Turtle and like Big Natural's Jesus getting high together on all the ads. Yeah, perfect. All right. Jesus, tell us about your
Okay.
connection to another one of these comedians.
All right. Larry Mosby has a imaginary podcast. I think we go for it, guys. I think we all have a podcast with one other person. We do the forbidden podcasting trend. It's never been done in our game before. Everybody's not had a podcast with another person, but I think I have an imaginary podcast with Edward Blake. Eddie Speaks, because
Perfect.
I feel too bad to not. I don't know what he's talking about in his conspiracy theories. I don't know what these are, but he was like, "Do you want to do a podcast?" And I felt too bad to not. So I set up an imaginary podcast about where I just interview him about.
So is it imaginary in the sense of like the mics aren't plugged in or nobody listens to it?
Oh no, I record it and then I put it on a box and then it goes away.
Perfect.
But they are hour-long interviews that I don't want to speak for Eddie, but I think Eddie takes pretty seriously, where I'm just interviewing him about this place and I'm slowly, it's one of those like, they have a guy bring in an article and a guy know nothing about it.
Yeah.
So every week you just...
But it's just you reading news headlines. It's just like
just you nodding along to the stories of Tartaria. Okay, great, perfect.
Yeah, which is important because Eddie was homeschooled at the only real church of Jesus Christ, a giant.
Okay. Beautiful.
Jesus was real and was 16 feet tall.
Of course, he was a Fomori.
He was exactly.
He was a he. Yeah. Thank you very much. The alternative is preposterous.
That's just what every episode of y'all's podcast. That's every episode devolves into, is just y'all arguing over that specifically.
It is an easy way to tell whether it is true Christianity or a cover-up by the aliens, based on how tall you believe Jesus to have been.
Jesus, a man over 12 feet tall. Two most crucial elements. Yeah. Divinity third.
Whereas my Jesus is 5'2", a woman, and doesn't exist. Because I stopped believing in them when I ruptured from the church.
Perfect.
Was it not Jesus who said, "I'm every woman"?
She's all in me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, speaking of being tall, that's actually how Eddie and I know each other. We have a podcast together because I think you said that Eddie's over 6 feet tall, correct?
Yes.
All right. So yeah, and I think if I remember, I said CJ is 6'7". So yeah, the two of us just have a hangout podcast that's just about being over 6 feet tall and how dope it is. But
is it called The Weather Up Here?
No, it's called The Tall Kings. But we also talk about practical advice, like, extending your life as a tall person, like you have a shorter lifespan, avoiding tripping, how to stand up without fainting, like go through real shit on the podcast. We get a little deep with it, but ultimately it's just a celebration of how great it is to be taller than every other peon that you see.
Beautiful, gorgeous.
This is the most confident loser we've had.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Well, that's the only thing.
We'll go over. Let's do our last. I believe Dan, Eddie needs to still make his connection
with Turtleneck.
We have a pretentious podcast.
Yes, we do.
You bet.
What are we pretentious about?
Name a topic.
Ninja Turtles.
Well, my whole
Ninja
thing
Turtles.
is, I became
a
comic
purist.
after a divorce,
Ancient
but
weaponry.
I don't think it's about divorce. I think it is like politics, but it's like politics through the lens of Ninja Turtles and like. It's conspiracies, right? It's like all conspiracies all the way down, including like conspiracies about Krang and Shredder, and
Fun fact: Eddie Speaks also divorced. So this is just an incredibly divorced podcast
Oh,
it's
about
just
martial
wow.
arts,
Terrible.
Ninja Turtles, and the Tartarian Empire.
So it's
Wow,
about
this is crazy.
what if it's alt-tart? It's like alternative Tartarian history, but it's just a way to get at, things we think
Yeah.
are maybe true. I don't think any of them
Yeah.
are true, but yeah.
Perfect.
This is
I like-
definitely like
like-
a flight of fancy for you a little bit, and I'm like definitely trying to bring you on board for real.
I
Yeah.
pay the same
But-
16-year-old to do all of the technical work and have no idea what happens after. So like we could have 100,000 listeners or one listener or zero. I mean, I don't know if you listen to it.
Important question: is this your child that you have hired to do this?
Absolutely not. He's a kid
Yeah, no way.
who started
The
selling
court
weed,
was very clear about
which
this.
is now legal in New York, but in New Jersey, and he could just upcharge me because I don't think I knew I could just go buy it at a shop. So I'm paying double to buy it from a sketchy teen. Yeah.
Perfect.
But he
He's
knows
found the
computers
perfect
really
mark.
well.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And you're paying
That's
him,
awesome.
and you're paying him for all of these AI generated images of
100%.
Ninja Turtles getting high with big natural Jesus. Yeah, perfect.
I'm paying his pro
All right.
Nano Banana account to make Ninja Turtle
And they
Jesus pictures. Yeah.
And they say the gig economy's bad.
Well, how could it be when it
How
produces
could
such
it be?
wonders?
How could it be? We're making jobs
Yeah.
over here.
Amazing. So yeah, just before we arrive at your venue, which you're following your GPS down the rickety roads of rural Pennsylvania to find. Let's tell as a final moment, tell us about your playbook, because in this game every comedian has a specific style of guy they are, and tell us about your playbook. We'll start this time with Dan, because we started with Wythe before.
So Eddie Speaks is the philosopher. I got into comedy because I have a message. And in my case, a message that could only be delivered through stand-up comedy, because otherwise it's entirely unbelievable. But I'm hoping that by speaking my truth into the mic, even on a comedy stage, I can change some minds and hopefully free us from oppression and bring back the Tartarian Empire.
First they'll
Right,
laugh
sheeple.
about it, but it gets it in there. Yeah.
Exactly.
Brilliant.
Wake up, sheeple.
Wake up. All right. Chris, tell us about your playbook. Tell us about Mr. Jork and Wythe's playbook.
Yeah. CJ Hughes, his playbook is the loser. He's got a couple of fun abilities. His road ability is day job. Pick a full-time job. I'm gonna go logistics specialist. So
All
basically
right.
a fancy way in packing and shipping packages. That's pretty much it. When rolling a mundane save, I add plus 1d6 save for my day job. Also, the gig ability is Tough Room. When a bit fails, I can choose to gain 2 self-esteem instead of losing 1. Fill a random group table 1 point.
Nice.
But yeah, Wythe, he's a loser. He knows it. Most of his comedy is about commiserating over the misery of the human experience and how we're all losers at heart, from the poorest pauper
Wythe's
to the greatest king.
Yeah, he's got a sort
He's got
of
a
Zen
message,
loser
too.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a kind of like a holy fool. Let's call it that.
Right. All right. Hey, Turtleneck, what the hell are you? What's your deal?
What is anybody? I'm a storyteller, Miel, man in the sky asking me my thoughts. I'm a storyteller. I'm a scumbag. My playbook is that I punch down and I'm an edgelord. You guys wrote this. I didn't write this. So yeah, I'm good at
No. They
schmoozing and
didn't
embellishing.
make this up. This is just from real life.
Oh, you found this
Yeah, we
buried
recorded
in upstate New York
this.
and brought it to Utah,
Yeah.
and now the game.
David stuck his
Yeah.
face in a hat, and this
Sure.
was
It
what
was
it
in
said about all.
It was on a
comedians.
golden tablet that you found in the desert.
And now all of our livers are eaten every day by a giant vulture. Sure, I've been there.
David, you gotta show me those plates sometime. You still never haven't showed them to me.
I'm good at punching down. I can pick one PC, and if they accept, improve their joke roll, but at their expense. So I think I make fun of them, and then they do better somehow. I think you'll have to explain that.
Well, no, you do better.
I do better.
You get extra dice. You get extra
That's
dice
better.
for your roll. and they get experience. They get drink tickets, because they have now had that experience of being punched down upon by you.
Got it. Yeah, they kick rocks and tilt their head and walk away, and they live and learn. And then Edgelord, once per cycle, add plus d6 to a joke roll for each audience group not won over. So I think that's implying that if I kind of split the audience and some people hate me, that's actually good. Maybe.
When the room is cold during the show, you can get a little bit of extra juice out of it.
We love that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And finally, great. Larry Mosby, aka Jesus Christ, David Piccolomini. Tell us about you.
As you might imagine, I'm the weirdo. So the weirdo is all about taking big swigs with and not really feeling it. So when I make audacious jokes, which are the high, like the you need the most for, you need to hit a 6 on those. I take 0 self-esteem damage if I fail that.
Beautiful. So
and if I make big swing on stage rolls on stage, it automatically hits the audience for more points.
You get to
like that I'm doing something weird.
You're just being silly. They don't get it. They don't get it necessarily, but they like that you're being so silly.
We're just having fun here.
So so these 4 maniacs trundle along and finally arrive at the destination that their GPS has been pointing them to, which turns out to be.
I do not trundle.
Well, the van trundles. And you pull up in front of what appears to be some sort of non-denominational religious structure, and then it has a little sign that says "Last Mile Funeral Solutions," and there's actually quite a few cars here already. It's surprisingly early for that to be the case. You knew this was a private gig. This wasn't going to be at a club, but you weren't quite prepared for that. And as you sort of find a place to park and or to begin to sort of come out of the car and figure out what's going on, a sort of very serious looking man, probably in his late 30s, early 40s, comes up and very sternly, but pointedly, is just like, "Hi, can I help you guys?"
What's this guy wearing?
He's wearing a dark suit and a tie. He's wearing brown shoes with black suit. It looks really bad.
Oh man, yeah, I think CJ would pluck that immediately, but then also shy away a bit because this is obviously a figure of authority here at the funeral home. So he's just gonna turn away.
I recognize a religious institution. I'm ready for this. Hi. We're here for the comedy show. We are, as you can tell, the entertainment.
He sort of gives you a very the comedy, and as he sort of is trying to, as you can see the wheels in his head turning, a voice from the door goes, "Is that the comedians? The comedians are here! Oh, thank goodness!" And you can see sort of teetering towards you across the lawn on heels that are much too high is a much older woman. Who's very effusively happy that to see you, and she rushes up and she's like, "I'm so glad you're here. Oh, no, I told you about this. He said it was in his will. He wanted it here. He wanted them. I thank you so much for coming right this way. Hi, I'm Victoria. It's such a pleasure to meet you all." And as she sort of starts, the younger man is just like, "What, Auntie Vicky? What is this? What are you talking? You actually hired comedians? We can't do this. This is no. Be quiet. No, it'll be fun. Your father. He was very lovely. He had a big heart. He was full of love, and he just wanted this. Okay, I don't see why you have to try to take this away from all of us." And just breaks down into tears and sort of collapses against CJ, sort of leaning against you. And there's just sort of and he's just like, "Fine, yes, come on through, I guess." Says the younger man.
It's gonna be great for the podcast.
Yeah. And he leads you into what is very clearly it's a funeral parlor. There's a growing number of somberly dressed people of various ages. There is, at the end of a long sort of room full of rows of chairs. There is a casket with a dead guy in it, with like a nice little photo of him propped up next to it. And you learn that this is the funeral uh, of Leonard Jones. Lenny to his friends, and he clearly was a man who loved laughter. And so as you look around, you start to notice a couple of things. And for now, if we could show my little screen of clocks, we're going to learn about clocks and the road phase. So you have now officially entered the road. So this is the road clock. It tells you how much time you've got left to try to salvage things before the show. And you are starting to notice some things that might cause problems if the show were to go on. But thankfully, you have a little bit of time left. You are noticing that drunk lady. Like, she's clearly supportive of you being here, but she's a wild card. That one. You've done these. You've been in this business long enough to know somebody who's going to cause a problem. That up and downness. You're going to need to figure out something to do about her. Also, you've noticed the setup in here is extremely unconducive to comedy. There isn't like properly any kind of like sound setup, stage, anything like that. There's a podium with one of these tiny little mics attached to it. And that's it as far as like places to deliver your comedy from. There's no way that doesn't come off. You're not going to be able to walk around. So you're going to have to figure something out about that. And also the lighting in here is ass. It's fluorescent. It's gross. It's, it's very bright. Everybody, has a good view of the corpse, but it's not really good sort of vibe lighting for a show. And other things you start to notice are that guy who was sort of really unhappy that you were here. He started to go around and like have really animated conversations with some of the other guests, and you can see a sort of consensus forming. Particularly, you can see among like definitely people kind of his age, and then like a few scattered other people of like they're forming an anti-comedy block around this family, and that's probably going to end up being a problem if they're sitting there with like faces like a slapped ass. Yeah, exactly. And the last thing you notice, we'll leave this one as a little mystery for you to unsolve what that means. But the next thing you notice right now is there's a bunch of kids running around. That's never a great sign. Never mind that they like can't sit still and like pay attention to what's going on. Their parents tend to get like really upset if you like make certain kinds of jokes and stuff. So like you got to do something about those kids. Or maybe maybe it turns out this is an all ages show. Whatever you want to do. So yeah, these are the problems that you're aware of for now. And the way that this works is each of you will have basically one role per each of these segments in this clock. And once this clock is full, it's time for the show. So your job is to get as much of these things dealt with before this fills up. And so once each of you have done something, one segment of that clock is going to fill up. And you can do whatever you want until it's time to take your action, make a roll. One of the consequences of doing anything is that this clock is going to start to fill up. But yeah, now it's kind of your game. Like now I'm gonna step back a little bit and I'm gonna say, here you are. You're in the funeral home. Dead guy, crying woman, clearly his sister. Uptight guy, clearly his son. Bunch of kids running around. What do you do? Hot shots?
It's a lot of disasters.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot going on at this funeral. I thought funerals were typically calm, normal affairs where nobody had heightened emotions. Guess I was wrong.
And real
That's
quick,
why you don't throw comedy shows after them.
Because we're doing a one shot, we should only have 7 self-esteem instead of 10.
Oh yeah, that's true. I forgot about that. Yes, you will start with a slightly reduced self-esteem.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So then we use our skills, our joke skills, to try and solve these problems.
Okay.
Would be the next way of looking at that.
Just
So
like
I mean, or you
I-
can, just like in real life, comedians only have one skill. If they had others, they would have a different job.
But if you'd like to do something that isn't explicitly like doing a joke or doing this kind of thing, you could do a mundane save that will have automatic success, but will affect your self-esteem. Runs the risk of affecting your
Potentially hurts your self-esteem much worse than even a failure on a joke roll would.
Gotcha.
So yeah. But you know,
Okay. So we've got the uptight family. We've got the drunk sister is the woman who's crying.
Yeah.
Is that who introduced us? Who brought us in?
that was who introduced you. Yeah, that was
Okay.
who, you know, actually the actual person who hired you, trying to honor
Gotcha.
her dead brother's last wishes.
I think
She's
I
kind
think
of
I've got a plan for the sister.
yeah.
What's
Okay.
up?
She's kind of gotten herself together a little bit. She's sort of decided that what she needs is to soak up some of the wine, with some of the food. So she's sort of parked herself by where those like canapes and stuff are.
I'm gonna help try and sober her up.
Okay.
I'm going to go up to her, and I'm gonna be like, "Bam! I know what it's like to have been through a loss. I've comforted a lot of people through these like very difficult times, and one thing I found that works very well for people is to do a podcast. Would you like to do a podcast with me?"
What's a podcast?
It's a place where I'll interview you for an hour and you'll tell me all of your thoughts about the dead, and we can honor him with a podcast. I guarantee you Lenny loved podcasts. That's how he found out about us.
You think Lenny
Yeah,
likes
that's why we're all here.
Okay, well that sounds. Let me just get another drink, and I'll yes. How do you do a
No, you don't
podcast?
we
What
need
is
your
it?
wits.
Is it?
We need your wits for the drinks. We're going to go into a private room together and we're just going to sit and we'll talk for a little bit. You want to be a little clear-headed because this is going to be remembered for a long time. So we're just going
You're trying to get me alone, huh? All right. Okay. So.
Yeah.
I think this is a charm save right here that you're trying to
Oh
make.
my.
I don't think there's any
Okay.
jokes have been made yet.
No, I'm not making a commiserate. Okay.
How is that funny?
fair.
What's funny? I mean, I think it's funny that you're offering her to have a podcast.
That's kind of the idea. Is I'm like I'm gonna just like the joke. I think is that like I'm doing like a really sad. Like I'm just gonna be commiserating with her for like an hour about this guy being dead.
Yeah, I think that's a charm save.
That's fair. You're right. I get that. That's fair. I'll do it. Fuck
I mean,
it.
you still get the D6s for your commiserate, right?
So to make a charm, yeah, to make a charm save, you roll a number of dice equal to how many skills you've got under that attribute. So that's why it's charm rather than
Neil, if I show up as Jesus for the podcast, does that suddenly make it
Does that make it a
an
joke?
audacious commiserate?
Okay, yes. If you lead her into the room and then say, "I'll be right back," do a quick change and
Yeah.
return as Jesus, I'll let that be. What were you having? A schmooze, perhaps, or a commiserate?
I was
Yeah.
having an audacious commiserate as we just talked about, because I'm just going to talk about death. She's going to talk about death on a podcast that no one will ever listen to.
Perfect. Yeah, you that's bursting into the room in full Jesus persona. That's
Yes.
your joke roll. So instead of
what
making
is-
a mundane,
What is
Yeah?
the payoff for that?
yeah, what is the pay? It's the audacious. I would say I'd say if you do it, if this works, it'll give her an hour of getting her feelings out and of not drinking. So yeah, that would be a what's the big? Come on, I wrote this game. The big payoff. That would be the big.
That'd be great
That'd be a
effect.
big
great
payoff.
payoff.
a
Yeah.
big good thing.
Before you roll, I'm gonna pop in real fast. I'm gonna be like, "Hey, you know what would be a great addition? Is you guys are like eating some bread about it. I think it would work really well. I'm going to use my ability more of an ideas guy, where I don't actually contribute anything of substance.
Nice.
But my ideas are really what saved the day. So I get to help once without spending any self-esteem.
Great. Perfect.
All
So
right.
yeah,
And
David gets an extra
I'm
die
gonna-
for that.
I'm going to spend 2 self-esteem doing this podcast. As I do every week with fucking Bites or Speaks.
Sure.
With Eddie Speaks. Okay, so I'm going to roll 4 dice, but I need a 6.
You need a 6 to succeed.
All right. No. I got 2 2s, a 5, and a 4.
No 6s. So yeah, basically as soon as you come into the room, she's got her piece of bread. She's so startled by your changed demeanor and like your change in persona. And she's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. Did you need the room?" And just like leaves, like, and just refuses to sit down for the podcast. She's like, finds the drag queen and of it all, just like too threatening and overwhelming.
Down with my podcasting equipment.
Yeah. And eventually, her nephew like steps in and is like, "I think she needs some space. You guys, do you guys need any help getting set up? You guys need anything? Or are you guys good? You guys good? I think you guys are good. I hope you guys are good."
I think given that the nephew is associated with the Uptight family faction,
Yes,
right? I
that's
think
correct.
given that he's been introduced, seeing this, Charles Jorkin, CJ Wheatus, he's a loser and he knows it, and he's also kind of a glutton for punishment a little bit. So he's going to approach the nephew and the Uptight members of the family and attempt to commiserate with them about how fucked up this whole funeral is by making jokes about it.
It's so wild that they hired a comedian for your dad's funeral, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's like,
Great,
wow, what are we
perfect.
About to be part of the leopards eating my face party.
What a bunch of clowns like us doing here, huh?
Nice.
This is
Okay, so
this
yeah,
is
I
a pretty
think that's-
grave matter.
So yeah, so a thing that we kind of spoke about briefly with David, but that I'm just going to cover again is like every role has, again, this is sort of borrowed from Blades. It's got what we call a setup and a payoff. The setup is like how risky your joke is. So it's like, is it safe? Is it risky? Or is it audacious? David's, for instance, was audacious. And then it's got a payoff. And I'll, based on your approach, I'll tell you like what the likely payoff is going to be.
Right.
So like, how are you feeling about this set? Like, this is feeling risky to me. Sort of middle of the
I was
road.
gonna say
Yeah.
I was gonna say risk for sure. It doesn't necessarily feel safe, but not going full audacious, not going full bore quite yet.
So I think
before
this is a classic. This is your classic risky standard type of role. So yeah, give me a commiserate. And as we saw David do, you can spend 2 self-esteem to pander to the person to your audience and gain an extra die. And of course, your other comedians can help you.
Right on. Yeah, I will spend the 2 self-esteem to pander. So I'm going to be rolling 4 d6 because I have 3 in commiserate. I dropped that one. Who knows where that went? And yeah, I mean, he's going to make CJ's going to make a series of jokes like, "Oh, well, I think they hired us because they just want to." Oh, go ahead.
Technically,
Are
you're
we
only supposed to have 2 in any stat.
At the beginning, you
only
roll it up
2 in any stat. Oh,
Yeah, max 2.
Yeah.
We forgot to. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, I'll just read.
You don't show us the character sheet earlier.
Yeah, move that
just give me
one
that one.
somewhere else. Yeah.
I will move that to punish under grit, so I have at least
There you
1
go.
in grit.
That makes sense.
All right, so we'll be rolling 3
dice.
d6 then.
3 dice, and so you're risky, so you're going to succeed on a 5 or a 6. Any of your dice show a 5 or a 6, that's a success.
So, I'm going to crack some jokes like, well, I think they hired us because they want us to bury the tension. I've got 2 5s and a 2.
Hell yeah! So yeah, you can see him. His name's Greg, and you can see him kind of start like you can see him trying to stone you out. He's like, I'm mourning my father. Like, I'm not going to. But then you can see him. You can see him cracks a little smile. You can see him start to
mourning
break.
myself.
And so, yeah, you've
All
made a little bit of
right.
progress on that uptight family.
Very nice.
They're warming up. They're loosening up.
I think I'm actually gonna do the same. I'm gonna
Yeah,
go
you're
into
just
the
gonna.
family. How much are they drinking right now?
They're drinking a respectful amount. They're not. They're not. It's still pretty early in the day, but it's a funeral. It's. But no, but everybody's still a little bit embarrassed of Victoria. So they're trying to make sure that they're not drinking that much.
Okay, so I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pour myself like a glass of wine and like a couple fingers of whiskey, and I'm gonna walk over. I'm gonna be like, "Hey,
They're the same
you
cup
ever
or two different?
notice? You ever notice? A normal person, they'll drink like this, and I'm gonna sip a little bit of the wine. But
Uh-huh.
at a funeral, we've all been there, and when we're at a funeral, people drink like this. I'm gonna down the double.
All right.
So what I'm attempting to do is I'm going to do a commiserate, but I'm going to use my observation to give myself an extra die, my A material.
So yeah, Dan is
Ooh.
using one of his character's material uses. You have 3 uses of your material between all the whole session. So if you want to save him for the stage, you can. But Dan is gonna use his now. And what you do, you in his case, he's using his observational material to give himself an extra die on
So
this roll. All right. So this
for
is probably
observation, I have to, real fast, I have to use a phrase like, you ever notice how this is like this, or these people do something like this, but these people do something like that. So I kind of threw them both together there.
you have to
Yeah,
give
yeah.
us a little yeah.
That was great.
So
I
what do
have
you say?
2 for commiserate. Oh,
You
yeah.
have 2 for commiserate. What would you say? My instinct is that this is also a sort of a risky standard. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, I'll take that. I'll take a risky standard.
Yeah.
And that is a 1, a 4, and a 5.
Hey, look at that. You guys one more of those and you've won these people over. You can see it. Not only is like Greg has started like properly sort of sensibly chuckling. And it's just it is like that, isn't it? And his wife is sort of like also sort of like smiling, and you can just feel the temperature kind of going up a little bit amongst this group of people. You're working them. You're almost there. All right, so that's 3. That's 3 of the 4 of you have done your actions so far.
Yeah.
So yeah, Wythe, what are you doing while these people are schmoozing with the uptight kids?
Well, as Robert Michael, I'd probably do something really random. That's how I played at Metatopia the first time I played this game. But I'm going to metagame for the purposes of a podcast, actual play, exegetic actual play. So I'm going to try to be helpful and resolve this uptight family thing. So I come over and I just tell a story that is completely unrelated. I'm just talking to one of the family members who's grieving, as if I know them, as if they know why I'm there, and like eating food, drinking, like I'm just at a serious party, but a party nonetheless. And the story is absolutely terrible. But I'm smiling and I'm talking to them like a human. So I don't know what that is. I guess let me ask: is this more? This is like schmooze, right? I'm trying to schmooze.
Sounds like you're schmoozing. It sounds like you're schmoozing these people.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So I have 1 die in schmooze.
Perfect.
What do I roll? Just the
You
one
would
die?
roll 1 die. Oh, but what you could mark off 2 self-esteem and pander to them to gain an extra die. You could use your material to gain another die. If you explain to me how you would grow, I don't remember what is Machiavelli's material. What is turtleneck's
Storytelling.
material?
Always storytelling. Yeah.
Great.
Yeah. Okay. Sure. Let's do that. It's a play. I usually play terribly terrified as a player. I'm usually the GM. So I will go ahead and use my material. So I'm going to roll 2d6 for schmooze and storytelling. I'm going to tell them a story about A similar thing that happened to me, which is one time when I first started doing rap when I was 45, and I'm still a housing lawyer, a contract lawyer, but at night I go do hip hop open mics. I bombed really bad, and I wanted to kill myself. So that's very similar to when your family member died, but it's a much more long, involved, and metaphorical version of events where like they're with me, and I sort of enter the void, like drug fueled, like night out. But you know, again, like hand on shoulder, sincere smile, tuna salad. So okay,
Incredible.
I have 2 dice.
So you've got two dice from that, and that's I'm going to say this is also risky standard unless someone wants to challenge me on that.
I'm gonna go with whatever you're saying there.
I think that works for me. I think you know it's a little bit of a bold move, but like I can see it. So yeah, and then you're gonna roll those dice, and you're gonna look for a 4 or a 5.
I got a 4 and a 1.
You got a 5. Oh no, 5 and a 6 is what you were after. So yeah. This story goes over, like, you know, you could see them all starting to lighten up and and then you start to tell this story and like you get to like, so when I first started out as a rapper, and you can immediately feel them pulling away from you, like it just kind of never gets better from there. So I should have done this with David as well. So David, you should also get a drink ticket for failing your roll from before. Wythe, you get a drink ticket for failing that roll, and you're also going to lose 1 more self-esteem as this story dies on its ass.
So sorry, and you started with 7 self-esteem.
You started with 7 self-esteem.
So I'm down to 6 self-esteem, 1 drink ticket.
That's correct.
Wait, did you pander?
He did not pander.
Okay.
But might have helped. Might have helped if he had. So that is the first block of time ticking down. You know, the you can see the family starting to warm up a little turtleneck, as you sort of, you're like, oh shit, this is really dying. A child comes out of nowhere and kind of like slams into your knee, and then like looks up at you and kind of starts crying a little bit, and its parent comes to take it away.
Tuna salad hits the child in the face, just a little waterfall.
Yep.
I don't react to that. I don't care, but yeah.
You all can see that Victoria has gotten back, has a new, even bigger glass of wine. One of the pastor goes up to the podium and starts to like sort of do little like sound test type stuff. He's sort of like, yes, and you like, and as all that's kind of happening,
coming out of your ear.
Is everything okay? I know we're having some technical issues.
Sorry, yeah, we're doing. Dan's having a technical issue.
Yeah. So I'm just trying to determine. I didn't realize David was also engaged with that. So yeah, CJ, I think an older man comes up to you, a sort of broad, very sort of muscular, very sort of salt of the earth kind of guy, and he grabs you around the shoulder. He's like, "How you doing? My name's Bruce. I was Lenny was my best friend. Really appreciate you being here. I really would have loved you guys being here. Listen, I know this is, look, I don't want to step on your toes or nothing, but I actually wrote a little something, and I think you know, I know the room, I know the crowd pretty well. I also knew the deceased very well, and I just want to let you know before I'm gonna go up. I'm going to kind of warm everybody up for you. I got a little something." He waves a little piece of notebook paper at you. And he says, so don't you worry about it. I really, once again, really appreciate you guys being here. And so that's what opener Bruce has meant this whole time. Bruce here is going to open for you. And you've had amateurs open for you before. This is a thing that comes up every now and then in this business. It never goes well. It almost never goes well. Sometimes it like basically doesn't ruin anything, but most of the time it doesn't help. So if you want to, you know, have a smoothie, you just file that away in your little comedian brain. If we could have Bruce not open for us, that might help.
Yeah, that doesn't sound very good.
Or the guy whose first time doing comedy is going to be at a funeral.
At his best friend's funeral, yeah. Now a list of all of Lenny's favorite slurs. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, God. The F one. The S one. Jesus Christ. All right. So we're on our second round of action.
You're on your second segments, two of
Yeah.
three.
All right.
You're
Uptight
2/3 of the way
family's
to the
still
show.
a problem. Fluorescence, Mike. I feel like we got to do something about Bruce. I think CJ wouldn't care about the mic or the fluorescence. He'd be like, "Oh, these are just the places I perform in. This is what I deserve. This is my lot in life." So I don't think he's going to worry about that too much. But I think maybe he thinks that there's something he can do about Bruce. Maybe he can convince him to let him look at the list of jokes, maybe see if Bruce will take some notes, something. I'm thinking this will be like a charm mundane save.
Yeah, do a little punch up on Bruce's speech. I think that's a great idea.
Just see if we can give him a little punch up.
Absolutely. Yeah, give me a charm save.
Okay.
Just to make, so a charm save, it's going to be 1 die for each skill you have any points in under that. So you don't get your full complement of points. You just get 1 for schmooze and 1 for commiserate if you've got those.
Gotcha. Could I argue that I could use my day job as a logistics specialist to help maybe reorder these jokes so that they work better?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. That sounds great.
Yeah. What?
No, this is the loser. The loser is the mundane saver playbook. So let's do it.
So I'm using my day job road ability. So this adds plus D6 to this save.
That's an extra die. Perfect.
So we're gonna roll 3. I guess. Are we going safe or?
So the way mundane saves work. The way mundane saves work is that because you're not actually doing, like, you're not telling jokes, it always hurts a little bit to do. But it is actually in general more effective than telling jokes at, like, accomplishing things in the world. So what happens is you will roll these dice and you will lose 6 self-esteem minus the highest die rolls.
Right. Let's see. Okay, my highest die roll was a 6.
Hell yeah, this is easy. This is, you get into the punch up, it's almost like doing comedy for yourself. You don't even lose any self-esteem. You feel good. You're so proud. You're actually quite proud of some of these jokes that you've given Bruce. You're pretty solid. You're pretty confident.
These jokes suck so badly that I am. Yeah.
Let's take you take out the list of slurs. But do you really like those slurs? I think it'd be really sweet. I think everybody would know that.
This other material kills, brother. Like, you don't even need that stuff. We're just gonna get rid of it. But in his mind, CJ is like, "Oh, these jokes suck so badly. This is my compass." Like,
yeah, exactly. You feel better about yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
This is the easiest way to beat imposter syndrome.
Yeah. Let's see someone else's jokes. Perfect. Well done, CJ.
That's great. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh yeah, no. I'm gonna try and I'm gonna go through a Bible real quick to find a verse that can broadly relate to, like, being super helpful, and then I'm going to try and embellish that to a group of people as we do crowd work with it.
So you're kind of riffing.
I'm riffing off the Bible with a couple people nearby in the family to try and get them to help us fix the fluorescent situation.
You're riffing on
David,
one love thy neighbor, and, like,
do you want an actual verse?
I mean, if you got one, I would love it.
If you got one off the dome, yeah.
Let's go Galatians 5:13. You, my brothers and sisters, were called to be free, but did not use your freedom to indulge the flesh. Rather, serve one another humbly in love.
That's why we gotta take out half these fluorescents so we get a little mood
Yeah,
lighting.
that's right.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
right.
encouraging them to take out half the fluorescents and use this like weird like tin foil to direct some of them into more of a spotlight. It is an
Ooh,
annoying.
nice.
Yeah, you're
But
trying to
Balances.
get
And
everybody
so
thinking
I'm-
creatively. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm going through. I go to the cousin, who I go to, or not to the cousin. I go to Lenny's, or not Lenny's friends. What's the guy's name? Bruce. I go to some of Bruce's fucked up friends,
Lenny
and
Bruce.
Yeah,
I'm
the
like,
sort of
look,
the old guys. Yeah.
yeah. I go to the old case. I go, look, you, old man, in your checkered shirt, that's considered dressing up for you. Uh,
Yeah.
Look at the way Bruce has been revived today. Surely you must feel the spirit calling you in some way. And you, guy who has a full Duck Dynasty themed suit, you must also join us in setting up this room. Surely you are good with your hands.
It's Duck
So
Dynasty gear just
I
for show.
So that's your crowd work bit, right?
yeah.
So you're
So as
using
I'm trying
your crowd work
to embellish
material.
Bible verses.
I love it. I'm into it. Read
Okay.
these old men for filth, and get them to do some work for you.
Yeah. So I'm doing, and also I'm still dressed as Jesus Christ. I feel
What are you hoping for from this? You thinking audacious? You thinking risky? I feel
Oh,
like
I'm going
risky. I feel like this is audacious. Okay. In that case, I'm gonna say if you're going that audacious with the crowd work, if you're getting that up and gay in people's faces about it, then yeah, I'll give you great effect if it works.
And I'd say
I'm
this
in their
crowd
face being like, we
sounds-
gotta change.
This crowd sounds very conservative and very white, which I think is why when earlier Turtleneck was like, so when I was a rapper, they were just like, nope.
Yeah, not
doing
into
it.
that. But sometimes that's exactly the crowd for a drag queen. Like sometimes you can break through.
It's true. I've seen it.
Yeah, I'm going full
Yeah,
Erica Quirk.
You got that 6?
Okay, let's roll. And 1, 2. No. 2 3s and a 5.
So yeah, you get all of it on everybody. You're like, hey, look at you, Duck Dynasty over here. Why don't you come up? And you're just like the Duck Dynasty beard guy just kind of gets his eyes get really big and round, and he just kind of turns around and sort of pretends you're not there, and that you lose the self-esteem from that experience.
I don't lose the self-esteem.
All right, because you're a weirdo. You're used to this. Yeah, amazing. But you do get a drink ticket for failing and for being audacious. So you're just racking those things up. You're not making much progress on these plots, but
my character's having a great time.
Yeah, same. I think I took the last attempt in stride and have no real sense that it was not working, and I think I'm going to double down and just burn some self-esteem to pander.
Hell yeah.
Also, let me clarify, I have a gig
Let's
ability.
fucking
Once per
go.
cycle, I can add plus D6 to a joke roll for each audience group not one over. Would you say these people are not one over, right?
That ability only comes into play once you're on stage.
Okay, so
before you go on stage,
yeah, I got it.
It just means you can't do it on multiple of your jobs. It means you get one shot at using it, but it is also always on stage.
Okay, then I guess I'll just I would like to embellish what I was saying before and basically change the story. So I'm still telling the same story, but now it's kind of looping. So it's now it is almost like a Jesus thing, but it's unclear if I'm talking about a friend who died or I think I died and came back to life, or what the fuck I'm talking about. But I'm very sincere and maybe squeezing the shoulder a little too hard, but it's a thing where I'm about to cry, maybe. So I'm just, the story is now gone from the first time I did an open mic, it didn't go so well, to I think I've died and been born again, and also I saw a guy get shot. I maybe saved his life, but he also didn't make it. So it's it doesn't.
You guys can hear all about it on our Sex and Dating podcast.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm gonna say it's clear when the camera comes back to you that you have just been barreling through this whole time. Everybody's been doing whatever else. You've just not broken from telling this story.
Yeah.
You realized it wasn't going well, and you decided your answer to that was to just keep going. They'll get on your level.
Yeah,
Well,
I look like Uncle Lee on the bear, but I talk like Fack. Like I just never stop and never understand when someone like admonish another adult is like that's inappropriate. I'm just like anyway. So then, bro, I was so high, and I'm talking to like now a 12-year-old and like this old guy, and they're both
Sure.
just like, what are you talking about? So I think what I'm rolling is you tell me if right the way out is through is as Vex says. That I think what I'm rolling is I'm rolling 2 for embellish. I'm burning self-esteem, so that gives me 1 more.
Mm-hmm.
And
to
is
pander,
that it?
that's right.
To pander.
That's
so
it.
That's it.
If
okay.
you want to, you could ask for help from your friends if someone wanted to jump in and help
Can
you.
someone
Or
help? Can someone help? Give me another, please.
I will help you, and I will also test my mic. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Great time.
we can hear you.
Great timing, Dan.
So yeah, you're going to spend 1 self-esteem to. How do you explain how you're helping? How you're helping Turtleneck out with this?
I think I'm helping in a way that's going to become more rules relevant later. Of just laughing where I'm pretty sure the punchlines are supposed to be.
Perfect. Yeah.
Or would be if there was any like construction.
You're sort of following the cadence of his voice and going like, that's kind of got the shape of where people are supposed to laugh. Perfect.
Also, I'm
So that's
also
an
gonna
extra-
help. I'm gonna
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I'm also
We're all
gonna help.
helping.
I'm gonna talk about how it's true. This has happened before. People have come back from the dead, not just Jesus. There's been other examples.
Gary Busey, famously, everyone knows about that.
I've
Can
met
I
at least
also help?
3. They come and visited me and told me about it.
Tartarians
if we want to really overload this one roll with
Yes,
dice, hell
dude.
yeah, let's
I
do
want
it.
We
to.
do. The studio
I'm gonna
Ghibli
jump
guy
in.
has died like 5 times. Always comes back. He's a winner.
I'm gonna
looking
jump
at the little
in
girl
with
now.
I hope I don't have to come back after I die.
Oh.
Hey.
Oh, are you the Studio Ghibli guy? Then you don't have to worry about that. Just keep drinking. Yeah.
I could never be as
So that's
cool as him.
everyone coming together, coming around, really focusing in on the uptight corner of this family. Like, gonna get them on board with this. It's a really kind of a touching moment as you all support Turtleneck in this. Telling this story.
Now it's just us talking over each other.
Just gather
So
the chi.
You get 3
Yes,
additional
my
dice
Ninja
from all your
Turtles
friends,
are all together.
in addition to your pander and your skill.
I'm gonna roll 66.
We're just like the Ninja
Roll
Turtles.
66.
Just like the Ninja Turtles.
5 or a
That's
6. You're looking for a 5 or a 6.
Okay. That is a 5 and a 6 and a 3.
Beautiful.
And, yeah, and a 1 and a 2 and a 3. Okay, a 5 and a 6 and a 3 and a 1.
You needed all 6 dice.
I needed all 6 dice. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Terrible rolling again.
No,
fucking game.
it does it. Like at a certain point, like everybody, like you reach the end of your story, and the whole there's like this moment where like time slows down, and then Greg specifically is just like, oh, my dad would have loved that story.
Hell yeah, Greg.
Hell yeah, Greg.
It would have loved him.
So you-
It would have loved him.
I dap Greg.
Greg taps you back in the just most awkward dad fashion.
Yeah.
You can see Greg slugs down the rest of his wine and goes good. He's getting looser. He's feeling better. He's kind of into the comedy idea now.
Oh yeah, we got him, boys.
That's great. Is that how much? Is this a full time left thing, or is someone else acting?
I have not
believe-
gone yet.
Yeah.
Dan still has an action to take.
Please,
Which is
we do
fun
need to fill some
because
of these.
I'm not seeing where I'm well equipped skills wise to make a totally chill roll for any of these, and so
Nice.
we're just gonna go toward the fences.
Hell yeah!
Yeah. I think I'm gonna attempt to use reason.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna go up and I'm gonna do a little bit where I pretend that I am doing an interview up on stage, up on the podium with Lenny.
Yeah, you're gonna just a little warm up act.
And I'm just like, yeah, Lenny, man, you know these fluorescents. They're really killing your look. You look a little pale.
Okay.
Are you trying to fix the fluorescence or the mic on the?
What are you trying to achieve with this?
I'm trying to convince everybody to change the lighting a little bit for us, but it's really for Lenny.
It's really for Lenny.
Passive aggressively doing it.
Yeah, you're trying to use passive aggression. That's beautiful. I love that.
Yeah. I'm
gonna say that's a little risky. I'm gonna say that's a little. The risk is nobody understands what the fuck you're trying to say. Well,
then I'm gonna lean in here and I'm gonna pander and use some of my self-esteem, and try to like throw in a couple things that we've kind of gotten the family talking.
Yeah, you got you got a couple of personal details about Lenny.
Yeah.
It was like they never would have put up with this at the Elks Lodge type of shit. Yeah.
He loved racial slurs.
He loved racial slurs. You're learning all about this man.
Yeah, a man who knew which of the F words you're actually allowed to say and which one you still really shouldn't.
Do we know anything else about this man? Like what he did for work or what? Like anything? I mean, I guess we could ask those. We could ask people.
You could ask about him. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you might have learned. You might have picked up a couple of things. You'd know that he started his career as a contractor and then got sort of more sort of office bound, but like as the like guy who tells the trucks where to go. Was kind of his. He sort of rose up the ranks that way. He owned a couple of properties. That he got really badly divorced. Never remarried. He was very close with his sister, his sister Victoria, who you've met. And you know that his son's kind of an uptight little pipsqueak.
Not anymore.
Nah, he's chill.
Love that.
Yeah, man.
Right.
We changed that motherfucker's life tonight.
Changed his whole outlook on everything.
Unless I'm getting some help, Eddie is going to speak. I'll be rolling 3 dice for my risky reason. What's the payoff here?
I'd say the payoff is standard. I'd say it's a risky standard. Like if people know, they're like, all right, yeah, he's right. This looks like this is not going to be. Let's get this a little more flattering on our boy.
I'd like to help. I'd like to seamlessly keep walking like long shot in and just now start talking about the lighting and how it relates to this one time. I was doing a contract for a theater, but then I was like, I'm pretty good at improv. And so so it's just totally a weird narcissistic scumbag move, but it's like it is about fluorescence putatively.
Putatively.
Yeah,
it's a legal term.
Everybody knows this fluorescents make everybody look like shit.
Ipso facto, fluorescence, they gotta go, my guy. This is just law of the jungle, law of the
between
street.
the humble brag.
All right.
Yeah.
Good news. That is a 1 and a 1 and a 6 and a 6.
Look at that. We got ourselves a critical success.
Boom,
So,
boom,
yeah.
boom, 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 boom.
Boom. You're almost there. So yeah, I think what that critical is that like, especially as the like as Turtleneck starts talking about like, yeah, I did this job for the theater, fluorescence, blah, blah, blah. Like one of the old ladies, one of the old men's wives gets like suddenly really stricken about like how she looks under the fluorescent lights and like starts like insisting that he go fix it. And so they're starting to go up and they're getting up and they're just like unscrewing like a couple of them, so it's like dimmer. Now it's still really harsh, flat lighting, but it's like a little dimmer. It's a little moodier. It's better. It's better. You're almost there.
It's the best as it's gonna get.
And that is the end of segment 2. You've all got one more chance to figure this thing out.
Just remember, any of these that are not completely filled happen. They trigger either way. So
Right.
Yes. There will still be problems.
Yeah, so you have to really nail all. So we need to do fluorescence metagame wise. And Opener Bruce. I mean, Opener Bruce is a tough cookie. That's another big one.
Opener Bruce is tough, but I don't think it'll have as big an effect as like dealing with the mic on the podium.
Or all ages.
Or all ages.
But
I'm gonna scare them.
The children.
I'm gonna scare them kids.
You're gonna scare the kids?
All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna get out my second costume, which is Jesus on the cross.
So you're gonna try to like you instill religious terror in these children such that they flee.
Let's go.
From the great. What?
On me.
That's definitely hilarious. What jokes did you imagine? What joke skill were you thinking that would be?
I mean, like, I think it's what you know. What? It's a surprise.
I think that's surprise. Yeah, I think
this feels like a surprise.
And I think it's audacious.
Yeah.
I only have one in surprise, so
I will help out. Like maybe beforehand, David.
It takes my self-esteem to do this.
I know how I could help. If Chris, you want to figure out how?
Yeah, well,
Chris, how are you going to help?
Maybe if Jesus tells CJ ahead of time, I'm going to do costume change. CJ is going to kind of position himself like near kids. This is going to sound creepy, but like near the kids, but like arm's length away, but just kind of like within shouting distance, so that when Jesus comes, he's going to like have this big reaction and be like, "Holy crap!"
Christ!
Try to like direct the kids.
Right.
Oh Christ!
Yeah,
you like direct the kids' attention to her,
and really sell how
she's back and she's pissed.
Horrified it is. Yeah. Amazing.
And then while
Eddie, what do you?
Jesus is gone, I'm gonna tell the kids all about how the real Jesus. I'll say she to help out in this situation, but I will also explain that the real Jesus was 18 feet tall. And that the actual cross was about 25 feet. And blood flowed from the hands like a river.
And kids can't tell the difference.
And that's where
you're all big to them.
Tigris and the Euphrates come from.
Yeah, those are the two rivers. That's Mesopotamia, baby.
I'm adding that to the Wikipedia page after this gig.
They keep removing it.
We've really primed them for my big reveal.
Amazing. So you get 2 extra dice from them.
And I'm obviously there's a certain level of self-esteem damage that happens as I affix the like crown of thorns to the wig, for pandering purposes.
Emotional damage.
4 dice.
4 dice.
Yeah.
You got a 6?
2 sixes.
That's what. Hell yeah. The kids scream. Like they scream. It like you were trying to freak them out. You succeed way beyond. You're a little bit like you feel a little bad about like how scared you've clearly made these kids, and they flee like they stampede all the little like your friends had managed to kind of corral them and like prime them enough so that they were all kind of together and they all see it at once and just as one stampede for the exit, and like 1 or 2 parents chase after them. But pretty quickly afterwards, they come back inside and they're just kind of like, you can hear them whispering to like their spouse and their relatives, just like, we're just gonna let them be outside. I think if we tried to get them back in, they were afraid to learn they've started to like they're afraid Lenny's gonna wake up now. Like I think we're just gonna let him kind of run it out. I think if we bring him back in, they're gonna like get some sort of religious trauma.
My one contribution to this.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
You still get a drink ticket for that audacious role.
Oh yeah. I'm keeping it.
How do the drink tickets remind us? How do the drink tickets factor in?
At the very end of the game, of this version of the game, you will use your drink tickets to purchase your sort of the rest of your career as a comedian. The more drink tickets you have, the better an outcome you'll be able to secure for yourself. In the full version of the game, which will be coming out eventually, drink tickets are what you'll use to improve your character, get new skills, get new material, things of that nature.
Excellent. Cannot wait to play the full version of the game and be horrified doing these terrible events over and over again.
But becoming even more powerful.
Barncade.
I want to finish off these fluorescents. I am still talking to this
You
old
can
woman.
get them.
I would like to do a mundane save. Tell me if this makes sense. I think I'm fully just locked in, looking at her, telling her this is pure grit. I'm embellishing, but I don't think of it as embellishing, that the fluorescents cause horrible skin diseases. And are just basically melting. Also, macular degeneration. You know what that means? That means you're going blind. They're going to make you go blind. And I'm so my podcast is mostly about this topic. We have one of these episodes every episode where we talk about fluorescents.
I think this is a joke. I think this is an embellished roll.
Okay,
Yeah.
I was trying to just get the full grit stack here. Okay, sorry for being too funny. Well, then I'm just going to roll two.
It could be a safe version.
What's
You
that?
could have a nicer.
Wait,
Have
say
a
that
what?
You
again?
only need a 4. So,
Yes, this
so
is
you could
definitely
try and
safe.
Do it
Yeah.
as safe. You only need a 4.
Yeah, you'll succeed. This is a safe joke because this lady has proven herself to be insecure about her appearance. So you'll succeed on a 4, 5, or 6.
Okay, so I'm going to roll 2 dice and try to get a 4 or better.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, got it. That's a 4 and a 3.
There you go. She's you know what? You're right. You're so right. We're just gonna. She just goes and turns out the lights, and
it's just dark.
They what they figure out is oh, it's still kind of light outside, and so they just open the windows a little bit. It's actually now it's not quite what you'd want for a comedy club, but it's definitely more flattering with
There's
the
an app.
natural
There's an
light
app on
coming
your
through the
phone
window.
for candles. It's called Abra.
Yeah,
it's like candelabra,
yes.
but it's on your phone.
Exactly. So everybody's got those, and it's just filling the room with a much sort of softer, warmer looking light, and you're all set. You got that done. The lighting, you feel all right, that's gonna do it.
If you go to
Candles on
candelabra.com and use the discount code turtleneck, you can get 20% off of your first month of Candelabra Plus.
Subscription to the Candelabra app, yeah. You get different colors, you get different intensities, yeah.
I got a VPN so I can use the candelabra from different countries. The candelabra in Belarus gets you secret colors.
Yeah. Well,
it
all
also
of the
tracks
Turkish
your
ones are
dog's
oil
movements.
lamps. It also tracks you and yours. Excellent.
I believe CJ and Eddie still have their actions left.
We've solved all 3 problems.
What do y'all think? I mean, we could chip away. We could try to close off Opener Bruce at the very least, but I know Eddie, you're pretty concerned about that mic. What do you think?
I think I'm gonna try to chip away at. I think between the two of us, we could try to knock out that mic on the podium.
All right, yeah, let's go for it.
Try to get ourselves a little bit better of a setup.
I think CJ would personally find Bruce opening kind of funny in a weird morose way. So yeah, that tracks. So yeah, sure.
All right, I think. So I think this will be a bit up to interpretation. I have an idea of, I think, what Eddie would want to do. What that would be mechanically, I will put in the hands of our Master of Ceremonies, which is that I think that I'd like to I'd like to get Bruce up on stage, he's getting ready for the show. And then just cut in with a bunch of how shit the mic is the entire time, and this is embellishment, which I'm not great at, but
you're gonna try to get Bruce riled up about how bad the mic is and that he needs a better mic setup in order to do this.
Yeah, so I guess I could probably do it with a commiserate if I'm aiming it more toward Bruce.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. I can see that as a commiserate. Like, hey, Bruce, this mic setup sucks, right? We should do something. You should go talk to the pastor. Yeah.
So right now I only got 2 dice. I only have 3 self-esteem left. I don't want to push that too hard.
Yeah, I have 3 self-esteem remaining. I do have a way if I fail bits, one of my gig abilities is if I fail bits later, I can regain self-esteem. So I'll put in one here.
All right.
So I'll help you
You're gonna
out.
help out?
Trying to convince Lenny. I think just like, Lenny, you're or Bruce rather. Sorry, Lenny's dead. Can't convince him anything anymore. Like, hey, Bruce, you're a tall guy like me and Eddie Speaks here. You know, we have a podcast about being tall, and part of that is having a honest, deep voice. And I want your voice to carry. I want it to sound beautiful up on the stage, and that mic just ain't doing it, brother. I don't know why I turned into Shane Gillis, but whatever.
Tall kings like us, we need to have the right posture. And this mic, just all 3 of us are leaning over it. That's not going to work.
Yeah, and that's going to throw out your back. You hurt yourself.
Give that a roll. Let's see what
is our setup and payoff?
I think this is safe. I don't see a lot of like bad outcomes from this. The worst is that he's like flattered but decides not to do anything about it.
And then payoff is what, risky?
Payoff is probably standard. Yeah.
Standard, yeah. All right. That is a 1 and 2 6s.
Hey, we've been critting like crazy over here. And so, Bruce is sort of like, you know what, you guys are right. I'm going to go see it. And you can go see him like tug on the pastor who's like in the middle of conversation with Victoria and is just like, hey, look, you must have something. You got a real microphone. Like, look, we got a lectern. We got a lectern. Come on. We're trying to honor my friend here. And you can see him like in the middle of this, like trying to like make something happen with this microphone.
I just picture Bruce in like a 3-piece suit with like a floral tie and just like sweating so much. Yep. Just like
I've done a great job.
Sweat.
Straight from my brain, that image. Yes, excellent.
Just trying to make the mic longer by pulling it through the podium.
Yeah. That was step 1. Was like this thing come out and just like just what wire comes out like maybe broken the podium. We'll see.
Yeah,
right, so Chris, you could safely get us in. You could mundane save the mic in the podium.
Yeah, I think we're gonna hit him with a mundane save on this one. I'm gonna hit him with an intellect one. And again, I'm gonna argue day job logistics specialist here, just being like, oh well, I mean, if you just follow these wires, I think it'll take you back here and like trying to like suss out where we could just like pull the mic out, then reattach it off of the podium.
Perfect. Yeah, you're trying to like, how do you disassemble this podium so that you can like hold the microphone?
Yeah, I'm trying to reverse IKEA it.
How many intellect skills do you have?
The only thing I'll say
an intellect
is that if you run out of self-esteem attempting to do a mundane save, right. It does not work.
That's true.
That's fine. Let's give it a shot. We'll see how we do. Okay, so I've got 2 pips for reason and intellect, and then an extra dice from my day job road ability. So we're rolling 3d6. And I got a 1, a 3, and a 5.
So you lose 1 self-esteem.
Yep.
That was almost real bad.
That was almost really bad.
You only have 3 self-esteem left, right?
You have 1 left. Yeah. Yes. With this self-esteem,
he's down to 1 self-esteem. 2 because he helped me out.
Yeah,
I forgot you were down to 2. Oh,
yeah. So he was real. That was a real squeaker. But you're able to just like get in there. You unscrew it a little bit, like, and you're able to like with the the pastor comes over and it's like, look, we don't have like microphone, but like, look, if you do that, the pastor kind of helps you because Bruce was bothering him so much about it. And so now you've got like he's able to sort of remove the lectern so that like now you've got it's still the stupid little microphone that like stick comes out of the lectern, but now you can hold it and you can walk around with it. The cable's not super long, but like it's fine. Like you can basically handle it.
It's a show, baby. We got lights. We got a mic.
Yeah, you're ready
we got
to
no kids.
rock.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
kicked
no
all
kids.
scared the kids out.
Scared all the kids
The power
out.
of Christ.
It compelled them.
So now it is time for the gig. I'm going to give a little bit of table setting about the gig. The gig consists the way that the gig works is that you're going to set your lineup and you're each going to have 3 actions in a row per person to try to win over the audience. The audience overall is represented by this clock. It's going to start with 2 on it. And if you can fill this all the way up, you can start filling this all the way up. And if you fill this all the way up, you'll win extra drink tickets at the end of the show. If you start to lose the audience and this goes down below being empty, you'll start to fill up the bomb clock. And if the bomb clock fills all the way up, the show's over. You bombed so hard, and you are going to get fewer drink tickets. And the way that this is going to work is these are the tables. These are the groups of people in the audience that you're aware of and that you need to win over in order to really make this happen. So the tables, as you're sort of, the time has come to kind of get ready for the gig, and you guys are starting to sort of form, and you can see people starting to sit down. The pastor does as usual, like, all right, the ceremony is about to begin. If everyone could please take their seats, because he's kind of got his script that he's using. But everybody's kind of starting to shuffle, and you can start to see them kind of splitting up. And so over here, you've got table 1 is Vicky and the boys. That's the sister and his friends, and all the people who were like initially pretty excited for you guys to be here. That's where Bruce is going to go sit back down when he finishes his opener. The second group that you see sort of forming is Greg and family. That's sort of Greg. That's some other people of sort of his generation. A couple of older people. The uptight people that you feel like you basically won over at this point. And then table 3 is going to consist is a group of people you didn't really interact with a shitload during this, but they're sort of coming together because they were the kids, and we were really worried about them. But these people, and you realize like as it's like, okay, there's another group of people kind of enters, and these with a little wisp of what might just be mist, might be maybe more likely vape smoke, and these are the teens who were outside vaping the whole time. But now we're forced to come in.
What flavor is that vape?
So many flavors. So many flavors. You got a little, but you can take notes of bubble gum. Yeah, notes of sour raspberry. Drift into the area, and all of these.
Our rival, cool teens.
Yeah, the natural enemy of the stand-up comedian.
CJ immediately crosses the street.
So yeah, well done. Oh man. So yeah, you guys. So another thing to keep in mind is you will, when you get on stage, you're going to use each of your bits to target somebody. You're either going to target one of these tables or you're going to target the audience. If you target the audience, know that like the maximum payoff you can have is limited by how many tables have been filled up. A table needs to get up to 5 in order to be warm, and in order for you to have each table that's warm increases the amount you can fill the crush clock, the audience clock. So if you target the audience right away, it'll only fill up by 1, even if you do an audacious joke. Whereas if you fill up 1 table or you get 1 table to 5, then you can do 2, and on and on and on. So what you really want is 2 warm tables before you start trying to like talk to the whole audience and trying to fill this up. That's kind of the usual. But you might have abilities that make that math a little different. But you warmed everybody up. You got them, so they're all going to start there. And then another thing, just to be aware that you would know as a comedian, is that if a table goes down to 0, they are very likely to start heckling you, and that's a whole other problem that's going to emerge. So if that happens, so you don't and so the thing is, every table has types of jokes that they like and types of jokes that they don't like, and you're going to need to figure out what those are based on how they respond to the jokes you start telling. So yeah, the way that
we pick our position in this.
Yes, and that's so yeah. You pick your lineup. So you pick your own. You decide this joke is safe, therefore it only does 1. This joke is risky, therefore it does 2. This joke is audacious, therefore it does 3. I don't get to tell you how well your jokes hit. You're on stage. You're in charge of that. So it still changes the difficulty, but it also is always connected to the payoff.
I think in the interest of time, Miel, why don't we just jump in, because we're going to run out of time. So I want to make sure we actually get to these rules. Yeah.
Let's get to it.
We're right here.
Let's get to it. We're right. We are in it. We are in it. Let's go. Bruce gets up and he starts delivering his slightly modified. He's got a couple. He's like, if there's one thing I remember about Lenny, he sure loved his slurs. But well, let's move on from that, eh? And he gets there's like a little bit of like an exhalation of breath from the crowd when he doesn't just linger on that bit. And what's happening here is I'm rolling a little die. Tell me how well Lenny did, or Bruce rather did. Okay, Bruce didn't make anything worse.
All right.
Well done. Bruce rolled a 5, which is a nothing happens type of result on this particular die of fate. And so now it's time for the first comedian to come up. You guys decide who you want to go first. And you guys will pick your. Everybody's not on stage gets to take an audience action while they're on stage. You can either take a rest, you can recover some self-esteem, you can write, you can give yourself a new die, an extra die that you'll be able to spend when you're on stage, or you can help. You can you can commit one self-esteem to fake laughing essentially from the crowd and giving someone an extra die when they fail on a roll to try to get them over the edge. So
I think he's got to sit out the first couple. Maybe I'm going to try to get
better
some
towards the
self-esteem
end.
back.
Scumbag has an ability that really works early on stage, and then Philosopher Eddie has an ability that would work well next.
Is the idea that Edgelord is that power? Is that what you're
That's the one. So that's what that refers to. These tables are not warm. They're not won over. So that's when your Edgelord ability really comes in.
Great. Well, I'm happy to take one for the team and go first. And normally I feel like you guys would be opening for me, but okay, I'll just so I just start talking. I don't think there's a clear beginning of the show. I'm just telling a story.
Just after Bruce sort of finishes his thing, you come up to the stage. Give it up for Bruce.
Yeah, who is that anyway? So that guy, Tuna Melt. Well, anyway, this kid, and I just start to tell him. Whoa, what the hell was that? Sorry. That was terrifying in my earphones.
What was that noise? Yeah.
What was that?
That was an audience applause.
Oh my god, that sounded like machine gun fire, and I thought I was under attack in South Philly. I was like, oh
That's so
my
funny.
god, I have to.
You can tell I'm the only comedian because I was the only one who didn't phase. I was like, that's what I deserve right now.
Okay, I'm gonna roll some dice. What am I rolling?
Real fast, everybody do offstage action. Eddie's gonna rest.
He's gonna get some self-esteem back.
I'll sit in the audience.
You're gonna help out. All right.
Thank you.
Wait, you also can choose to rest or write. because
Yeah, before you go on stage.
Oh, before I go on stage.
Yeah.
I
You
only
can
have
heal
3
2 self-esteem.
self-esteem. I
Heal
can
2
heal 2.
self-esteem.
Great. Yeah, let's do that.
Yes.
Let's heal.
Yeah, recover 2 self-esteem. Yeah,
Great.
great. So yeah, you get 3 bits while you're on stage.
Do we want to just do 2 for the sake of time?
Let's do 2 for the sake of time. That makes perfect sense.
Okay, so go ahead, Wythe. Pick one of these groups, one of the tables.
Oh, I see. I have to target a table. Okay.
Yeah, pick
I'm
who you're
looking at-
yeah.
I'm looking at teens and telling a story that, again, I think somewhat unconsciously is pretty risque and weird, but not too, like, it would not cause their parents hurt anyway. Like, it's, I'm connecting with teens. I'm talking to the teens, like a normal teen who also smokes the most weed, just constantly.
How do you do fellow teens? Yeah.
I think this is, again, unintentionally, but it's a little charming because it's honest. I got really into drugs after my divorce, like 5 years ago when I was in my early 40s. And so now I'm just constantly vaping.
Now it's all turning around.
Yeah, and everything's great now. Exactly. It's almost like when people talk about what is it, religion, they should be talking about vaping. And it's never too late to start. I can't breathe going up more than 3 stairs. Yeah, the Tartarians did vape. I learned this actually from one of my fellow.
They invented vapes. Yeah,
they did.
As a mind control device. Oh, sorry.
No, and I think I'm at the edgelord thing is that it's like kind of both a little bit weird to be looking at the teens so intensely, but also like definitely weird for the family, for the two groups of family. They're just like, who is this man?
You keep glancing at the family like it's fucked up.
Yeah, like sorry, but we have to talk about the champagne of beers. So what do? I roll, so that gives me 3d6 if I'm interpreting that correctly. Extra.
Which joke are you trying to use?
Using storytelling A material.
Storytelling A material, but edgelord.
Okay.
And then
what kind of joke? Which skill are you pulling?
Oh, I still have to pick a skill. Okay. I would love to do embellish by just embellishing on a very
you're making up a weird story about Tartarians inventing vaping.
Exactly, which is just really that a guy started vaping. That's the actual nugget of truth.
Yeah, you get
thing. Yeah. Okay, so I get to roll embellish plus storytelling plus. Well, what does edgelord give me? Because it says d6 per audience group, not 1 over.
Yeah, that's 3. That's 3 extra dice.
Be 6 dice, and then
that's 6 dice.
David, were you helping me? Is Larry helping in the audience?
If you fail,
Larry can help.
I see. Okay, so I'm just gonna roll 66.
So would you say this is safe, risky, or audacious? This joke.
Risky is 2.
Risky's 2.
Let's go with risky. So I'm gonna roll
risky
66, trying to get 2 hits.
Right? No, go audacious. Right. Go audacious.
Yeah.
You're rolling 6.
Great. Let's go on it. I'm gonna. You made the game, so I have to do what you say.
That's correct.
I'm just gonna roll 66.
You're looking for 6s.
I got a 6, a 6, and a 3.
You got 2 double 6s, baby.
And
those teens
4, 4, and a 3.
The teens are hooting. They are hooting and hollering. You can't believe somebody. They said they're A, super high, so everything's funny. But also, they are. Somebody just talked about vaping at their stupid funeral. They were didn't want to go to for this weird old guy that they didn't really know. This is great. This is an incredible time. And so you were. You were embellishing.
Next comes an alt-right influencer,
and that was audacious.
Absolutely not. But happy to talk about drugs. Yeah.
So you notice, and as you deliver that to the teens, Vicky and the boys love it. They think they were having a really nice time with that. But Greg and the family didn't care for that as much.
Oh. All right.
Well, there's other comics.
Do another joke.
So. Oh,
one more joke.
I do more. Okay.
You do a second. You have a second bit.
Okay.
Although, do we want to do
one?
Yeah. Or do you want to just do one, or do you want to do 2?
I think if we do 2 and we just do Cliff Note jokes.
Yeah.
Yeah. If we keep them shorter. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, is this? I guess does it make sense to just roll again with if I use my last A material, then I get to add another D6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can still do if I'm just pushing hard on embellish, and I think the topic has changed, but whatever, same idea, just embellishing from off that riffing. That's 2.
So technically, you if you want to reuse a skill, you it's 1 less.
Oh, okay.
Yes. You lose a die
Did
for
not know
reusing the same skill over and over again.
Okay, then it's 2, and then I guess I'll just burn 2 self-esteem, go back down to 3 to add another 1. Is that right? Math.
That's pandering, baby.
Okay, so I'm pandering.
Who are you targeting with this? Yeah.
I guess I'm turning to Vicky and the boys.
Great.
And I think this is all about just this is like a really dumb story about getting drunk at a funeral, which is maybe there's a glimmer of truth, but again, who really cares?
So you are embellishing again. You did decide to embellish again. Right?
Yes, yeah. Still my best shot there.
Nice. Are you also going audacious here?
No. I think I'm gonna go. Let's say risky.
Risky.
Yeah.
Success.
Risky's a 5 and a 6. Yeah.
A 5 or 6.
And it fills 2, and it succeeds on a 5 or a 6.
Yeah. Okay. Let's do that. 5 or 6.
You have my backup die.
2, 3, and a
That's 5.
Yeah.
There you go.
Nice.
Vicky and the boys really liked that. Greg and the family were once again. No, actually, Greg and the family were fine with that.
What's Greg's problem? What is Greg's problem?
Okay.
Greg's got no problem. Greg's got no problem with that.
I dapped him up.
Okay. Greg probably likes audacious. Or the Greg and family probably don't like audacious jokes.
Yeah.
How did Vicky and the boys feel about this?
Oh, they actually, Vicky and the boys felt this was an embellish, which is grit, so they actually liked it a little bit extra. They liked it a little more than usual. They are. Yeah.
Well, there you
go.
There you go.
That's your thing. Somebody gives you the light from the back of the room. They hold up their little weird candle on the phone, and you know that it's time for you to get off stage. And now it's time for Eddie speaks. So, what do people want to do with their audience action this time?
I'm gonna recover self-esteem.
Recover, great. Also recover. Wythe, what are you gonna do with your time off stage?
Like help him.
Help, definitely helping.
Help, excellent.
All right.
Needs it.
So, Eddie comes on stage, and I'm immediately going to use Eddie's ability. Eddie's gig ability is called Callback. I'm going to sacrifice one of my 2 and instead create a 4-point callback clock. I'm really going to hit hard on the Tartarian vaping. And so anytime anybody uses their Tartarian vaping in their bit, they can tick a point off on the callback clock and get an extra D6. And then I am going to lean in with Greg and the family. And I'm going to do risky because I think audacious would cancel itself out. Actually, no, I'm going to go for the gig. I'm going to do audacious on the gig.
Nice. Audacious roll on the gig.
Audacious charm and see if I can win over Greg and the family's hearts. Let's see if they like charm. So I'm going to commiserate. And I'm just going to talk about how much, have you ever noticed, and I'm going to grab myself an extra die. Have you ever noticed how everybody has a great story about Greg? How everybody here, I feel like I lost Greg. But it's great that Greg can be here on stage. Not Greg. Lenny. Lost Lenny. It's great that Lenny can be on stage and get this chance to be on stage.
In character, by the way.
We're telling jokes for Lenny. So that's 2, and then I'm going to get 1 for an observation, and I'm also gonna pander. I feel like that's pandering. So I'm gonna spend 2 self-esteem, get 4 dice.
Absolutely.
And then let's all do a Tartarian vape for Lenny.
Hold up your Tartarian
I'm gonna go
vapes.
audacious. Really lean in on the heartstrings. And that is a 1, a 3, a 4, a 5, and a 6.
Hey!
Oh man,
Oh.
we're really blowing every day that we can on this, and I love that for us.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. And that's you once again get the candlelight with the VPN exclusive purple candle at the back of the room that tells you your time's up.
The Romanian exclusive purple.
Exactly.
All right.
It's just looks like Greg and the family didn't mind that so much. Yeah.
They didn't mind that? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you've got another joke, right?
Nope. We're doing 2 jokes a pop.
Use this callback.
And he used his first joke to set up that callback.
It
Gotcha.
sacrifices one of my bit, and then we get like 4 extra dice among us.
Very nice. Very nice. Well, I could go up next, David, if you want to put a button on it at the end there.
I'll close this out.
Land that plane.
So CJ kind of ambles up on stage. He trips a little bit as he gets up there.
I'm going to be writing.
You're going to write? Yes, Dan, what are you going to do?
Audience.
You're wooing?
I'm going to woo.
Yeah, I'm helping.
And Wythe?
Helping out.
Yeah, sick. You're also helpful and supportive. It's so nice.
Okay, so does it seem worth
The
it? Is the juice worth the squeeze to keep targeting Greg and the family, or should we move to the audience?
So the problem is if Greg and the family, if they get any lower,
Mm-hmm. We're going to start bombing.
we're gonna start.
They might start heckling us.
They'll start heckling. and
There might be a heckler. Yeah.
Could you say mechanically what it would mean to figure that? Like, what is happening that Greg thinks we're not funny?
If you lose Greg is gonna somebody at Greg's table, probably Greg, because he's the character that's been established.
That's not. No. That's not what he's asking.
Yeah, not diegetically, but mechanically. What's happening?
No, what I'm saying is the skills. So using safe or audacious, or using intellect skills, charm skills, or grit skills, all have the table is either like those or dislike those. And depending on what you use, it will increase or decrease. So the teens and Vicky and the boys have increased from some of those skills. So that's what's happening there.
So we know they don't like embellish. We have to figure out what they like. Got it. Okay.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
I don't think they like audacious jokes. I think they like
safe. I think they like safe jokes. Just given
that's possible.
what we know about them.
If you want to try a safe joke on the audience, then that will tick us up to 6 at least for the audience, and it might put Greg and the family at 2.
Yeah.
And that would give me the buffer to be real wacky.
That sounds good. I'm going to commiserate, and I'm gonna deliver a clean, punchy one-liner using one of my material bits. If that'll work.
Nice.
There we go. And
the one-liner. The other clock.
Hmm?
No, they're right. They're right. Sorry.
The one-liner. This will be. I'm going to do a safe one-liner, and I'm just going to say, well, it's tough being up here doing a comedy set with Lenny. He's a stiff competition.
Yeah.
And that's to the audience.
Sick. Yeah. So yeah, great, incredible. You have to roll. Actually, I don't just get to give you.
Oh yeah, I do have to roll.
Yeah.
I don't just get it for being funny. All right, so that's going to be 3d6.
Great, and so you're at 4 or better because it's safe.
All right, got 2 3s and 1 4.
Wow. Oof.
Whew.
You told it right. So that fills up. You got that. So any further damage you to the audience will go on to the crush clock. And Greg and the family settle down. Like they loosen up a little bit. Vicky and the boys aren't as big a fan of that one.
Uh-oh. All right.
Oh
Well,
no, not
okay.
Vicky and the boys.
They don't like it safe. They don't like it safe. That's fine. All right. Can I'm going to ask a clarifying question about my gig ability,
Yeah.
the loser playbook.
Yeah.
So Tough Room states that once, when a bit fails, you can choose to gain 2 self-esteem instead of losing 1, then fill a random group table 1 point. So that just adds 1 point to a table of your discretion.
Any of these tables, yeah.
Gotcha.
You of your discretion, yeah.
Oh, my discretion. Very
Actually,
cool. I forgot to do the
mitigate.
callback.
It's okay.
Do
You
it now, 'cause
still
I'll do
can.
it.
You
And
still
then I'll use
can.
the rest.
And then you've got 2 callbacks you can do. Okay, let's see.
Don't forget about
I'm-
the Tartarian vaping.
Should I do another safe one?
No, because then you'll lose Vicky and the boys.
All right, so we're not worried about that then. All right, I'm going to go audacious then. We'll do another one-liner. And I'm going to say, we'll say, up there, kind of walking around a little bit, kind of looking down, being like, I tried once to become a funeral director, but I got fired. I just couldn't earn people's trusts. That, and I couldn't stop Tartarian vaping. And then I pull out like a huge vape rig, like just an absolutely massive, like Game Boy Color sized vape rig, and take like the biggest rip and huge cloud into the air directly at the teens table.
So you targeting the
I'm gonna
audience
roll.
with that? Nice.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the audience with
What joke are you? What skill are you using for this?
Oh, that's a good question, actually. I was going to say commiserate for
Great.
the first part of the joke. All right, so I'll roll 3d6. Oh, I got a 1, a 2, and a 6.
And a 6. There you go.
Yeah.
Great job.
Oh,
Greg and the family
this group.
don't seem to enjoy that
For sure.
very much. But Vicky and the boys, you've won them right back.
I have a question that I don't know if it's actually in our rules. Can I laugh to give 1 more 6 and a chance at a crit?
Why not?
No,
Yeah.
I don't like that.
The
Well, you're not
MC
Welcome
Yeah,
to our
yeah.
design process. Yeah.
We got some live design issues.
Yeah, no, I get it, but
I do think there's a reason we say on a failed roll for the.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
believe that, for the help act for the clapping.
To keep myself honest, I rolled 1 anyway, so I'm going to take this advantage from wooing.
you still fake laugh.
Yeah, you still fake laugh. Even
You
though
still fake laugh, but it's like
Or-
timed awkwardly after the actual applause had died down, and like you could just get one like "ha" in the back.
and that
Alright,
hurts your self-esteem.
I'm just going for it. I'm gonna try and just crush it right here. I'm going.
Let's go.
So I have set up my flying rig in the back, and I am coming down from the
Do an audacious roll. It's going to give us a heckler.
maybe, but that's worth it. We'll still crush at that point. Nothing lost, nothing gained. And while I'm
Well,
flying
something
down
gained.
from the heavens, I go, Jesus loves your vape. As I blow vape clouds into the audience as I come through. I'm just singing and go, Jesus loves your vape.
Uh-huh.
I'm in the back of the audience,
Terry,
filling
and
up
I'm
back
60
from the
feet
back.
tall. I point at different individual teams as part of my crowd work, and I'm like, you, teen with the Tamagotchi vape. You,
Are you ready to receive the body of Christ?
Polyps.
You have a sensor that has a vape.
Jesus doesn't care about vapes.
So, what's your basic skill?
So I'm embellishing.
You're embellishing.
I'm going directly to the craft.
You're going to the crowd. You're going to the audience. You're using the callback, and you're using your A material. Great.
Yes.
I'll be in the
1,
audience.
2, 3, 4. Almost
You're
like
going
a
like-
points of self-esteem.
And you're going audacious, yes?
Yes. 1, 2,
Beautiful.
3, 4, 5. Yeah. Okay, 5 dice. Yes, that's 2 successes.
Yeah.
Oh, they love it. The crowd goes wild.
The crowd goes wild, except for Greg and the family, who like
Everybody was mad at Jesus. I start dancing with the chorus. I go, you're in heaven with me now. I start vaping
Greg.
directly into the. I vape directly into the. I'm like, do a vape with me, Lenny. Do a vape with me hard. And I blow it into his mouth.
And it blows out of his ears.
Yeah, Greg is furious. Greg is standing up. Greg is like he was on board. But now he's like, this isn't even. Well, my dad wanted to come. This isn't even. What is this? This isn't comedy. This is just cut it out, man.
Wait, no, I'm not even. I go over to Greg at this point, and I go, Greg, you got to release those sins. And then I start I slowly lower Greg down into the chair, and I start straddling him. And then my eyes start tearing up, and I start crying into his arms, and I make him start crying as he holds me.
Okay. This is your final move, okay?
Is this a bit?
And we're gonna commiserate.
You're gonna commiserate with Greg. You're gonna somehow call back your last Tartarian vape on this? How do you incorporate the Tartarian vape bit?
Well, hold it, wait. So as I'm holding him, I pull the vape out from my pocket and I take a big hit, and then I pull back and I make him take a big hit.
Okay, that's part of the commiseration. Great. Final callback called back to you.
Little peace pipe, if you will.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be like, basically, this is what Letty would have wanted. That's what I call a resurrection.
So this is you targeting Greg the heckler, I am assuming.
Yes. With an audacious feeling.
Okay, with an audacious what?
Feeling? I don't know. It's I'm doing a commiserate with Greg.
Commiserate? Yes. Audacious, callback. Great.
Does this count as crowd work? No,
yeah, you are literally in the crowd with this man. Like, yeah, I'll you'll mark it off. It's your last roll. If you've got marks left on it.
Let's say, no successes.
Wait.
Oh wait, I'm in the audience.
Weird enough, I laugh.
Yeah. I think we both bust out laughing.
Yeah.
Awkward.
So roll those additional dice for your friends.
That is a 5 for me, and I'm down to 1 self-esteem.
I rolled a 5, going down to 4 self-esteem.
Greg is unmoved by this. Greg continues to yell at you. But at that point, you get like Greg is just like, no, this is outrageous. This isn't what any of us are here for.
Miel, I'd like to point out real quick. The audience actually doesn't go down 1 because I focused on the heckler. Even if it wasn't successful, I focused on the heckler.
I know, but he's still active at the end of your turn.
But the audience goes up 1 for I did an audacious roll.
The audience doesn't care about your audacious roll. Vicky and the boys love your audacious roll.
No, they do. No, I have big swings. I'm a.
Oh, because you did your big swing. Of course, because you're a weirdo.
Yeah.
Fucking weirdo.
Both big swings.
Yeah, they were both big swings, but
they were both big swings.
But it filled up past capacity, and then the heckler took it down 1.
Yeah.
But so we got the audience and crushed. We just lost.
Yeah, Greg hates us.
Just lost.
We crushed.
Greg, Greg's like, this is your time. It's over, and it ends with everyone howling with laughter while Greg sort of stomps and fumes, and then you just sort of swish off stage, and then like the fluorescent lights come back on, and Greg is standing there red and mad, and you guys are
Vicky and the boys and the teens cheer us on to victory.
Yeah. Exactly. And Vicky gives you a tearful thank you and goodbye. And you guys fucking killed it. And when we've gone a little over,
Crushed.
You crushed, so you get what is it? 6? Yeah, you get 6 drink tickets a person.
Your drink tickets?
6 each. Wow.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I made so many drink tickets.
Yeah, did you make a non-audacious roll this game?
No.
So yeah, you got a lot of drink tickets.
Weirdo. But this is kind of this is so I get so that's I think I'm at 14 drink tickets.
Nice.
Incredible. So yeah,
how many do we get? I had to leave for a second. I was frozen.
You get 6. You get because you crushed. You get 6 drink tickets apiece. That's 1 per table, and then double for crushing.
Let's get drunk.
Yeah, I love drink tickets at a funeral home too. That's so diegetically.
I mean, some of the funerals I've been to.
Oh yeah, the wakes. Yeah, for sure.
I know what I'm doing with my drink tickets already.
So it costs you. I mean, we could tell you everything it costs with the drink tickets, but we're trying to wrap up. I think. So
I think we're trying to wrap up. So normally what we do at this point is spend our drink ticket. We'd tell you like, here are all the different outcomes. You could have a special. You can like still be doing comedy. You can still be doing comedy. But I think, and then you'd spend them and you'd sort of spell it all out. But maybe we just sort of say like, what do you see as the future of your guy? Where does CJ, for instance, go from here? Oh
man, CJ, I think loves this part of the country. He loves it west of the Allegheny Mountains, and I think he's going to relocate wherever this sad town is. He just feels like it suits him, He's like, damn, I love this place, right? It just matches my interior landscape so perfectly. This Silent Hill ass depressed steel mining town.
Amazing. Like, I've heard local jokes get you local work, so I'm gonna move here.
There you go. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's all going to be one-liners about steel mills. Perfect.
What about Turtleneck? What's next for Turtleneck?
I'd like to say that Robert Michael was so inspired by this that he's going to write a whole new rap EP. It's kind of existential about like Tibetan Buddhism. Like, is anyone really alive or dead? But I don't think any of that happens. I think he's oblivious and thinks he crushed, and this is like a real show. I think he's just, I don't know. I think the last thought I have for this scene is there's the fluorescent lights are on and he's eating like a large amount of whatever the food is that was brought to this funeral. And the old lady is asking him about his podcast expertise in skin cancer, basically, due to fluorescent lights. And he's like, oh, no, I don't think that's true.
I was just telling you what I read.
Incredible.
True. As he eats spoonful after spoonful of potato salad.
He just blames Eddie.
Just has the bowl of potato salad, yeah.
I mean, Alt-Art is me debunking some crazy guy who thinks, I don't know, like, one of those shows is everything is real, like the president was elected on Dynasty or so. I don't even understand half of what he's saying half the time. It's all vapes all the way down. I mean, vaping, though, is pretty cool. I'm trying to sell like an 80-year-old woman on starting vaping.
She should start vaping. Yeah, I know you quit smoking in literally the 60s, but yeah.
It's good for your skin, actually. It's mostly
vaping,
water.
Yeah.
It's mostly
incredible. Eddie Speaks. What do you think? What's next for Eddie Speaks in this life?
I think that Eddie has a whole moment. He has a 15 seconds of fame. He puts out an absolutely terrible hour of Tartarian ramblings on YouTube. And it hits for like a minute. He's on everybody's TikTok talking about the truth. And then comedy just completely burns him out, eats him out from the inside. He gets depressed. He gets rid of all of his social media and goes to one of the few states that allow somebody who's been kicked out of teaching for conspiracy theories to go back into teaching history, and resumes life, a quiet life as a teacher.
So he's going to love life in Utah.
Yeah.
Texas, yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
Utah, Texas, one of them. Excellent. And Larry, a.k.a. Jesus Christ.
Okay. So, Jesus Christ is all over Tubi.
So all the Tubi
Jesus
originals
Christ
are.
She's
has
got a
several
Tubi
comedy
original. Yeah.
specials. Has several comedy specials. They're all approximately 30 minutes long. They're incoherent and they're all on Tubi. Uh,
Literally on Tubi.
there's Reza Laughter, Reza Laughter 2. Guess who's dropped down again? Jesus Christ Superstar with a question mark, and it says not yet, but soon.
Oh,
That's the tagline.
hat on a hat.
Jesus
Oh.
Christ. Who's cross now?
Okay.
Jesus Christ, the revelation.
the last temptation of Jesus
The
Christ.
seventh
A
seal.
revelation. Jesus Christ, a revelation.
Well, beautiful. Well, thank you guys so much. Sorry we went a little long, but like that is Road Warriors, the stand-up comedy odyssey.
No,
Yeah.
thank you. Thank you for running that for us,
Yes,
Miel. That was tons of fun. Tons of fun.
Oh my
We
god.
will
Yeah, you
have to
guys.
have y'all back on at some point to maybe talk about the design process. I mean, we looked a little bit under the hood tonight, but it would be fun to talk
Absolutely.
more about that.
Yeah.
We'll be back, I think, in September, I think is the plan, to come back
Yes.
and do some.
Yeah, we have
Cool.
an interview.
Yeah, we're
So
anytime.
we'll talk about how you design the game, and we can get into sort of, we can even get spicy about things you're still working on, or
Yeah.
other
yeah.
ways it could go down. But I do think obviously it works to model the different phases. You have the different kind of classes of comedian, the playbooks, and overall it obviously sets up a good old weird time. And the adventure writing is very, very weird, and I appreciate that in the book, for example, the GMing section actually does have advice for the GM on designing these really awkward encounters, which I loved. I loved learning a little bit, getting into your heads about like
Trying to systematize that process has been really crazy. So this is
Yeah.
heads up. This is the first time I've run this particular adventure. So thank you for being my guinea pigs for that.
Nice.
Getting my hands
course.
around this scenario.
Yeah, we'll talk.
Soon
we'll talk
you
about
rolled
writing
the
for it,
funeral
in
home.
September. And
Yeah.
I think so people know, if you're watching this, the VOD or listen to the podcast before September, the Game Found crowdfunding campaign will be live in September, and also you can pick up the quick start right now on itch. So drop that
That's
link in;
cool.
it'll be in the chat. And yeah, come on back. We'll have, this is basically a little series. We had David on to sort of just like workshop, talk through like game stuff in general, and talked a little about the kind of grinder character generator. And then this is the game itself. And then in September, the finished game will be for sales. But yeah, you can get the free quick start right now. And thanks so much to all of Don't Go Broke Games, which is, I think, not only y'all, but actually some other people as well. So thanks to everyone.
We've got another couple of people. We got an artist and a
They're literally in the
layout
room.
designer.
Featuring.
There's our artist, Alexi Nissenboim, everybody.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up?
Well, good
So,
work,
yeah.
everybody involved.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, the
Thank you.
Ashcan, the kind of quick start guide you have is fantastic. It's really well written. The art is great. I can't wait to see more. And yeah, thanks everybody for watching and or listening and joining in for lots of chortle, yucks, and laughter here tonight on Why We Roll.
We'll be
Thank
back
you all so
with
much.
More, more TTRPG design soon.
Yeah.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Goodbye.